Alright y'all, Steven here again. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the work we got done over the weekend here. That's my 3 hoses that I've got routed, and the radiator soon to be sitting right back there with a bunch of fans. So I've still got to cut out the front of the bed. That's the only spot in the bed I'm actually going to cut out now because the rear weight bias is so unbiased. The weight distribution is pretty minimal. So I am going to have a little extra hose. That's promising. A little something to cut off of there. So these 3 hoses, yep, on them. Pretty nice cuts. I'm not gonna lie, pretty proud of that. They like come out of nowhere. So we're gonna look at what we got going on underneath this thing. This time I got a flashlight. So, and excuse the zip ties, but this is what we got. So it comes up under the bed, just above the leaf spring perch there, the front of the spring. And then takes off under the cab, goes around the body mounts all the way to the front. So they are tucked up in there. You cannot see them from the outside of the truck. So I'm pretty happy with it. May put a few more zip ties on it just for, you know, redundant insurance, but it's looking pretty good. That exhaust system, that 4-inch single. Yeah, there's the merge I made. So it's pretty high flow stuff. Way more than this little motor can flow. That bell housing, gracious. Yeah. So there's the Y from the straight portion of pipe. Takes off from single from the Y pipe, goes back out to a Y, and when the cutout, which is on the left 4-inch pipe, closes, it forces the air to stop in this pipe and use it as a Helmholtz resonator, and then go through the muffler and out the tip. Open the cutout, it bypasses the muffler and is straight out the back. So pretty cool little setup. The double adjustable shocks will be put to use soon. Really, without the traction bars like some little cow tracks or something, they're not doing a whole lot. So, but we're getting there. We're getting there. About to have some improvement in weight distribution. Man, those cuts are fresh as can be. Okay, so we'll get back at it later. So as you can tell, I got a little work done. Got the upper radiator support moved, got the battery out, and I just sat it back here. Oh yeah, also got the spray-in bed liner done, mostly. Looking decent. I mean, it's better than bad. Got my hoses ran, and just got the stuff sitting back here right now. And just with the battery and the upper support, which is too far back, obviously, it's gonna sit in front of the battery. But with that, we've already got it to 43.6 rear weight. So that's up like, I think it's like 2%. I can't remember exactly what it was, but just those 2 components is already a 2% change front to rear. So I mean, that's significant. I mean, I still got to move the radiator. I still got to move the coolant catch tank, and I'm gonna cut out this the battery support deal here. The radiator support is gonna lose a lot of weight because it's, you know, there's no radiator to support. Yeah, and all these hoses and stuff that are up here will be gone as well. So the fans, the electric fans there, they're pretty cool. I made that shroud, pretty proud of it. It worked out really good for a long time, but I think I'm gonna have to modify it a good bit to get it to work, because I got to flip this radiator around so that the outlets are facing the front of the truck now. But we'll make it work out. I just wanted to get a little footage of of a little bit of the progress as we go. That way I don't jump too far ahead, because I'm kind of, you know, I'm bad for that. I'm not real good at grabbing the camera when I need to, but I'm learning a little bit at a time. And yeah, so hoping for another 2 or 3% of the mass to be moved back here. And yeah, so there's gonna be some electric fans on the tailgate, and I got some breathing holes down here, and I'm gonna do some breathing holes up top, put a little spoiler on top of them so they don't have a wrong direction draft kind of thing going on. And yeah, so that's this part of the project. I'm gonna get a little more done tomorrow. I'm exhausted, so it's like 9 o'clock at night and did concrete work all day. So yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right, so I lied. Did a little bit more work tonight. I did get the fans off and got rid of the battery support. So I stuck it back here. Got the fans just laying there. And I also set the nitrous bottle in the back where it's going roughly. So now, just with the fans and the nitrous bottle and getting rid of the little battery support thing, we are up to 44.5 rear. I want to say it's added like 100 or so to the rear and not gained any overall weight. So that's 100 off the nose, 100 to the rear. That's really good. Better than expected, actually. So 44.5. I'm guessing we're gonna get at least 46 with just the radiator, getting rid of the hoses up front, and then the coolant tank. We'll probably get 46 out of that. So then I got to cut a little more out of the nose just to get it lightened up in the nose, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go for a test drive. All right, so I'm back at it, and I got this thing plumbed in the front end. It's pretty cool. I still got to run the line that comes out the bottom of the throttle body. And look, this is crazy. This thing has stayed clean as a whistle, front and back. I cannot believe that thing. It's been in there. I messed with that thing like about 2 years ago. I probably put a few thousand miles on it since then, and it is still just clean as a pin. So I don't, you know, I must have a terrible intake leak. It must be breathing behind the throttle body or something, because it's like clean. But so I got these hoses ran down beside the headers, and they are kind of close, so I'm hoping it don't melt nothing. If it does, I'm gonna have to put a hard line in that little section on the big hose. But if I do, it's not the end of the world. I'll just lose that coolant, and you know, it'll cost me some money, but it is what it is. So trying to get it there. And I took the factory little like Y and cut it down. And if you cut those little plastic like clamps, I guess they're like plastic welded on maybe from the factory, if you cut those off, that is a barbed fitting, so you can slide a hose on that and work with it. So that's going to run back to the reservoir, and I'm hoping that having the reservoir plumbed in like that will help it bleed, because it's like 20 foot of hose. So I mean, it's going to be kind of tough to bleed it, but I'm probably going to put a Schrader valve in right under the throttle body, and then I can bleed it at the highest point at the motor, so it should be fine. And got some T-bar clamps, and I recommend them things. They work good. The regular hose clamps okay, but that T-bar is real. I mean, it's tight. So yeah, I got a little work done, and I got to run the wiring for the fans and the wiring for the low coolant sensor, which I don't even know if I need, but I'm gonna run it back there anyway. And yeah, so I got some more work to do, but the upper radiator support fits in the bed so good. It's crazy. Oh yeah, and I got the bed line, so yeah, it's looking a little better back here. It's not like dingy like it was. That Rust-Oleum spray can bed liner you get like at Lowe's, it's all right. So yeah, this thing, I mean, it's not a lot of weight or anything, but it's the factory part, I just sandblasted it and polished it, and it's gonna sit there. So that thing fits close. I'm just gonna fasten some little square tubing to each side of the bed there so I can bolt this thing down. And then the radiator will be utilizing like factory mount points, like the little rubber that's at the bottom is just gonna be a saw hole in the bed. And the upper support is also, you know, factory part. So there's been some change. I'm not gonna gut the bed because the weight distribution is so bad. It would be foolish of me to do that. I'm not gonna put plastic on the tailgate. I am gonna run 4 electric fans on the tailgate, and it's gonna be sucking. I mean, it's gonna be really doing some airflow when I flip that switch. So I'm fairly confident that like 10,000 CFM is gonna be enough. I am gonna have to like seal the tailgate up kind of, but that is fine. I'm gonna be running the 4 on the tailgate and the 2 on the back of the fan, that on the back of the radiator that were at the engine, like the LS1 fans. So yeah, that's gonna be that's the new development. With just the stuff sitting back here, like no water in the radiator and no water in the reservoir, and that half case of water is like simulating the wall. I'm probably gonna do wood. I'm probably gonna do like a hardwood plywood and stain it. But just with that, we are let's see, we are at 45.7 rear weight, so it is getting better. Like I said, I'm shooting for at least 48 rear. 50 would be amazing, but you know, I'm doing what I can with what I got. So yeah, we're getting there. It's added about 150 pounds, I think, to the rear, and taken about 150 off the front. So if it was a dumbbell, you would take it off the front and put it on the back. You know, that'd be a pretty nice 150 pound dumbbell. So yeah, it is getting there, and I've got a lot of stuff I can remove from up here. Well, there's a lot of tools laying on it now. It's like a tool tray. The radiator support is not supporting a radiator, so I can pretty well dig into that. There probably won't be much left of it. And it's, like I say, it's nose weight. I mean, it's literally like as far forward as possible. And the chassis that's beneath it is not, you know, really as necessary as it used to be. So there's gonna be some holes in this thing. It's gonna be holier than a church. And yeah, that'll be fine. Hoping to get another 10 or 20 out the front if I can, because everything I take off this nose is gonna lay on the rear. So that'll be great. Anyway, I'm gonna tune out for the night. Y'all have a good one. Tell me, why do I still feel so alone? Don't tell me I'm wrong. Been gone for too long, but I'm back again. Yeah, I got crazy thoughts that stay on my mind. I promise I'm fine.